What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and your boy Doody just got off of doing a 3-hour podcast, and oh my lord, the conversation, of course, was the DSP PPP war. That's right, and apparently our boy PPP decided last night he chose war. That's right, and some breaking news, folks. Some breaking news from the Vortex. That's right. Your boy Doody, right, has some information here, and let me just shut that off right there. So Doody has some breaking news, right? So it's not breaking news. It was from a couple hours ago. So, of course, after PPP's response to Phil, where he went on a stream and basically, he simply laughed at his threat. And if you're wondering what threat I'm talking about, here's Phil right here yesterday on his podcast, right? And this is what he said to PPP.
You will tip me $40 right now if I properly address Ashton berating my wife again. All right, you ready? Ashton is fucked up for ever bringing up my wife. He should never have her name in his mouth. And I've spoken with him about it. And if he continues to bring her up in his content, whether it's his show or mine, Smart Guys, I will no longer work with him. We've had it out. I talked to him about it. It's fucked up that he would ever bring her up. It's one thing if he brings me up and he wants to razz on me because he's helped me out tremendously. All right? My wife has nothing to do with him or his content, and I swear to God, if he fucking brings her up again in a negative way in his content, I will cut ties with that man.
Well, there you go, folks. Right there, as clear as day, our boy Phil threatened PPP. And he said that if he brings up his fat wife yet again and calls her whatever, that he was going to disown him and no longer do any content for him, right? Well, if you guys know of watching any of the content, you know that happened already. That's right. It happened. It's out there, and if you don't know and you haven't watched it, well, let me refresh your memory, folks, because Doody's all about refreshing the memory. Because Doody understands not everyone knows what's going on or is not up to date. But if you're not sure what happened, folks, this is from last night. This is PPP essentially going off on Phil and his wife. Oh, sorry. Here it is.
You'll never see it! Donate the subs to Phil! Ginger! Vitus 18 answering the call for 5 subs! Woo! We're only 582 away from the goal! The bitch is fat! She's fat! Water Weird has gifted a sub!
That's right, you heard it. So PPP decided to choose war last night, and that's what he said about our girl Cat. Alrighty, okay. So what was Phil's response? Well, shout out to All Insider for posting this. I believe this is him. I think this might be him, or it might be a LARP, I don't know. But apparently All Insider asked DSP if he was going to respond, if he was going to make a statement about PPP, right? And he said he didn't hear it. And he said he was talking about his actual wife or whatever. And it's on his Twitter replies, right? Whatever. Okay. Alrighty. And then here, folks, this is apparently DSP's response after this whole fiasco. The last response, right? So apparently he got word that PPP went off again last night, and he called our girl Cat extremely obese, and more than obese, he called her a very bad word, right? And he did it twice. And apparently it got to Phil, and he responded here, and he said, literally nothing I've said has changed. The ball is in the court to either act or not. So I guess we'll see what happens. I just did ask him directly how he's going to proceed. So I guess we'll find out by tomorrow. And I'm guessing he's talking about Smart Guys, or if they continue going to be friends or whatever. I have no clue exactly what he's talking about. But for me, it seems like this is Phil's limp-wristed response to PPP choosing war. And now he's telling Phil, okay, brother, you're going to threaten me? You're going to threaten me that if I mention your wife's name, you're going to do something about it? Okay. And of course, PPP goes off on our girl Cat. And this is his limp-wristed response. So I'm curious to know what he's going to say today. is Phil going to bring this up? Is he going to talk about it? And I want to check one more thing, of course. Let me check one more thing. Doody wants to see if there's anything out there or any changes out on his post. So give me 1 second. Let me double check. Let me double check a DSP Gaming to see if there's anything going on here. And yeah, I'm on DSP Gaming right here. Let's take a look. And everything still looks extremely boring as always, right? He has, oh, well, here's the interesting thing here. He only has Suikoden playing. Suikoden. He doesn't have the late night stream of Smart Guys here. That's very interesting. You guys know about a year ago, Phil decided he was going to start opening up both streams and opening them up live so that people can go and chill and hang out or whatever. There you go. It's not here. He only has one. So apparently, is Phil waiting to see if PPP still want to be friends? But again, I have to remind people, Phil was the one that made the threat. He was the one that said, if PPP mentions my wife yet again, it's over. I'm not going to talk to him. We can't be friends. It's over with, right? And the interesting thing is, he still hasn't updated his post, his community tab, because this is from 11 hours ago, and it still has Smart Guys here. So, Smart Guys here, but no Smart Guys. No Smart Guys. That's very, very interesting, Phil. Why would you only set one up and not the other? So interesting. So that tells me, folks, is he may try to I don't know. He may try to use this to milk it one more time and try to get some pity bucks. But yeah, it's over, folks. I think it's over. And you know, my advice to you, Phil, if you're watching this, go balls to the walls, brother. You know what I mean? Like, he insulted you and you decided to call him out and you put the threat out there. You should be man enough to stand by your threat and go through with it. He called your wife fat, a big fat bitch, twice last night. You saw the shit that he posted on Twitter about you. So, you know, that tells me, Phil, that you should cut ties. I mean, if you're a man of your word like you claim you are, right? You should honor your wife, honor her dignity, honor her, honor her being that she is your wife. And you should just stop, bro. And you don't even have to be a bitch about it. You can just say, look, PPP, I appreciate this is what you can do, Phil. Doody's giving you advice. PPP, the last few months have been great. I really appreciate what you've done for me. You gave me a chance. You really helped out my content. I've learned some lessons from you and I appreciate it. But I think this is the end of our collaboration. There's no hard feelings. I don't like what you've said about my wife. I don't appreciate it. I've asked you several times not to say it. You continuously do it, so it's a sticking point with me. So at this point right now, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you and Andy the best. I wish you much success, but I'm done collabing with you guys. And that's it, bro. That's it. I would applaud you if you did that, Phil. I would applaud you because it would show that you have some courage and you have some dignity and you actually care about your wife's, you care about your wife, bro. But we'll see. We'll see. Today's podcast should be fire. Doody can't wait. Let's get into it, folks. Peace out.